For a strong, easy to tie knot for thin diameter lines, it's tough to beat the Uni-to-Uni knot. If I'm prepping my gear the night before, I usually use an FG knot for my braid to leader connection. That knot is a little bit time consuming to tie. It's not the best knot if you're trying to re-rig on a rocking boat or in a kayak or even standing out in the surf. So it's a good knot to tie at home. It's very slender, very strong, goes through the guides easily. But if I break off that knot while I'm on the water and I still need to connect my braid to my leader, that's when I turn to the Uni-to-Uni knot. Because the Uni-to-Uni knot is a little bit bulkier than other braid to leader knots like the FG knot, the Albright knot, or the Alberto knot, I only use it with thinner diameter lines. Say 30-pound test braid or less and 25-pound test leader material or smaller. With heavier lines than that, it's not going to go through the guides very smoothly and it's going to cut down on casting distance. So to start, I've got my braided line here in my left hand, I have the leader material here in my right hand, and to get this knot started, I'm going to put those lines parallel to each other. They don't need to overlap by much, let's say 8 inches or so. And then I'm going to grab both of them in the middle of where they overlap. I'm going to start with the braided line. I'm going to double it over, and I'm going to begin to wrap the braided line over itself and the leader material. I'm going to do that 7 times. Then I'm going to take the tag end of the braid, put it through the loop that's formed, and tighten that up. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the leader material. I'm going to double it over and then wrap it around itself and the braided line, but I'm only going to do it 5 times because it's a little thicker diameter. I'm going to take the end of the leader material, put it through the loop that's formed, and I'm going to tighten that up. So now that I have the 2 uni knots tied, hence the name Uni-to-Uni Knot, I'm going to slowly pull those together to snug them up. Give it a good pull there. Make sure my tag ends are also pulled tight. Now it's always a good idea if you're going to snug up a knot, get a little spit on there just to make sure there's no friction, doesn't heat up and weaken the line. Okay, after that, I can trim the tag ends. A properly tied Uni-to-Uni knot is going to be almost as strong as an FG knot. It's going to be much easier and faster to tie, but the trade-off is that it's bulkier, so it doesn't go through the guides quite as smoothly. But when you're using small diameter lines, like when you're fishing for schoolies or false albacore or in freshwater, you'll barely notice it. So it's a perfect knot for that, and a perfect knot for somebody just getting started doing direct braid to leader connections. To see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of how-to videos on there and more coming out every week.